So some bank executives are blowing the whistle on the Obama and Biden administrations, telling Fox News Digital that they have pressured banks to debank conservatives. They're admitting it. An experience both Eric and Donald Trump Jr. shared with us on Fox and Friends last week.
We got into crypto because we didn't have a choice, right? We were debanked by every major banking institution.
All your bank accounts for golf courses and condominium buildings and hotels, they're all gone in the middle of the night. I mean, how do you pay your taxes? How do you pay your employees? This wasn't just happening to the Trumps, people with a lot of zeros on the end. This was happening to conservatives all over the country.
So now they're taking action, but there is help on the way. Joining us now, the co-host of the Big Money Show, Brian Brenberg, is with us now. So, Brian, what they were saying last week was confirmed through anonymous sources on Fox Digital. Right. We heard this for a while.
Yeah.
So not allowing people to bank because of their political views.
So there's debanking is this idea that a bank's not going to do business with you. And there are good reasons to do that. If you're a terrible credit risk, you don't want to do business with somebody. But the problem is when it gets political, okay? And that's what Eric Trump was saying here. So here's what happens, okay? You've got debanking. Fine. It could be good. It could be bad. It depends on why you do it. The problem, let me point you to it, is this one right here. Okay, so bank regulators now for several years have said, if a client gives you reputational risk, we're going to scrutinize you. Now, the question is, what does reputational risk mean? Well, it turns out it means whatever you want it to mean. And if you're Obama or Biden, it could mean conservative causes you don't like. So flip over to the next screen, and now you've got these bank regulators, or these banking executives, okay, anonymously. And what they're saying is, look at the word here. Ambiguity, okay? So a regulator says, oh, you're in the firearms business, you're in payday lending, you're a conservative Christian. That creates a reputational risk for you, so we're going to come down on you for that. The bank says, I don't want regulators on me, so I'm not going to bank that person.
So here's the accusation. When there's ambiguity in the law, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
And for a long time, the beholder was the Obama and Biden administration. So put yourself in the bank.
Yeah.
The banks have to go to the regulators. Regulators controlled by the government. Right. So when you say the bank should stand up to it, not really, because not many people are going to be sympathetic to winning the PR war when you're Bank of America or J.P. Morgan Chase. Yeah. You're going to go tell them, well, I'm being beat up on, so therefore suck it up, or you're going to pay a bigger political price. So they sucked it up, and the conservatives paid a bigger price.
Well, yeah, you don't want to fight your regulator because there could be a PR battle, but they can just make your life terrible, Brian. They can paper cut you all the way. So here you have, when your regulator gives you a suggestion, this executive says, it's not a suggestion. What they're saying is debank these people. And that's what the banks were doing allegedly in crypto, in firearms, you name it.
And you should roll that soundbite, too, because when the president had Brian Moynihan at Bank of America, he said, hey, by the way, when he just became president, you debanked me, you debanked Melania. And he said, well, no, I didn't. Now we're finding out the governmental pressure is there.
Yes.
And I just hope it ends now. I think they took advantage of the collapse of the banking system in 2008 and then used the chance to put that hammer down while everyone was angry at the banks.
Executive order President Trump used said you can't do the reputational risk thing, and he's telling Treasury to find examples of debanking. So it's good. We're getting the investigation.
All right. Airing tonight at 8 o'clock on Fox Business, The Cost of Socialism. You host, Brian. It's on some of the things you look at are?
We're looking at the kids who are supporting the socialist candidates in cities. Why are they doing it? What's drawing them there? Why aren't they learning the lessons of socialism that we've literally gotten for decades across the globe? It's an educational failure. But we look into solutions, too. Gen Z isn't all into socialism. They're also the generation that helped elect President Trump. So we'll look at both sides of the equation, with socialists, with those who oppose it.
So right now the prompter wants me to thank you, Brian. So I'm going to do that.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Brian.
Because the prompter
and also make sure you watch The Cost of Socialism tonight at 8 on Fox Business. Please grab a friend. You can also find the Big Money Show weekdays from noon till 2. Brian, you've done your work.
Thank you. It's good work for a morning.
Thank you very much. Great job.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.